And now, Mike's thoughts.
The Jacoby Myers and the Las Vegas Raiders situation, guys, is straight up embarrassing. Let's be real. This guy has done everything you could ask for as far as wide receiver. He's been consistent. He's been durable. He's been productive and even professional. 4 straight seasons with 800 yards. Over 1,000 yards last season. Only 4 drops on 129 targets. That's elite level reliability in the NFL, where these guys are dropping passes left and right. And yet the Raiders don't want to commit to him. They don't want to give him some da-da-da build show. It makes no sense. They'll go out and they'll pay Geno Smith $75 million. They'll throw $100 million at Max Crosby. They'll lock down Colton Miller. But suddenly when it becomes Jacoby Myers, a guy who's proven himself as a top end organization or a top end possession receiver, they're hesitant. This screams of an organization that still doesn't understand how to prioritize talent. And then the insult, they deny his trade request. So you won't pay him, but you won't let him leave either. They're holding a guy hostage. Guys, what does Jacoby Myers have to do? He shows up. He practices, he stays professional, he doesn't hold out. He's doing the things the right way while the front office plays games. Meanwhile, around the entire league, wideouts like Kerry McLaurin, Cortland Sutton, and even Rashad Bateman are cashing in. Myers is better than half of them, and he's still sitting here with no guaranteed money left. Guys, here's the truth. The Las Vegas Raiders are playing a dangerous game. They think they can string it out, but all they're doing is risking losing one of the most reliable offensive weapons. Jacoby Myers has earned his bag. And the fact that the Raiders are dragging their feet shows us why this franchise has been stuck in mediocrity for decades. If you want to be taken seriously, you take care of your players who have proven to you on the field. Period. Cue that intro. Are you ready for the best damn NFL show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up.
Hey, let's go. Hitting that gridiron, we going hard, we running the plays. You know the vibe, only the strong survive. Gotta keep your head in the game. Talking NFL, uncut, straight raw, steady bringing that sauce. We about to take off, get it hype. This man, our sport talk. Yeah, from the quarterback to the lineman, everybody bringing heat. You don't really wanna try them. Hey, who gon' win? It's a battle of the giants. This show is the flyest. Nobody can deny it. This is Man Hour. Sport Talk. Man Hour. Sport Talk. What team you reppin'? We keep it interesting. Who caught another down? Who got that interception? This is Man Hour. Sport Talk. Man Hour. Sport Talk. What team you reppin'? We keep it interesting. Who caught another down? Who got that interception?
Let's go. What is up, Man Hour Nation? And welcome to Man Hour NFL Talk, guys, your go-to spot for live, raw, uncut NFL talk. And I'm glad you're rolling with us today. Before you jump into today's show, guys, head over to manhourradio.com. That is where you can find the exclusive merchandise, check out the freshest of the fresh blogs, and everything that's happening with the show. So if you're rocking with the Man Hour, guys, that is the spot to do it. But make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe to the channel below and never miss a live show. That's the easiest way to stay plugged in with us what is going across the NFL landscape. But if you want the full experience, if you want to be like my man, Old Man River, guys, become a Pigskin Pundit. And as our members-only community, you get free entry into the weekly NFL Pick'ems giveaways, exclusive merchandise, bonus live stream pundits, or bonus live stream strictly just for the Pigskin Pundits. So if you want that next level access, join the squad. Guys, remember, this is a live, interactive show, so drop your thoughts, opinions, and the hottest other takes in the comments down below. I want to hear from you. Just like my man, Old Man River is officially in the chat today. Where's he at? Old Man River says, I got jokes. I wanted to scroll up. For some reason, it's not letting me scroll up. Oh, there it is. What is good, Old Man River? What's up, man? We got electro respirations back in the chat today. What's up, man? Glad you're back with us today. He says, what's up? Every time I see sup, I think of the, what was like the 1990s, maybe early 2000s. What's up? I freaking loved that commercial. I love that commercial. Old Man River.
Pigskin pun. Get you
says that Dak Prescott is a one and done. Hey, at least Dak Prescott's making it to the playoffs. Unlike Geno Smith, unlike Aiden O'Connell, unlike Brock Purdy, unlike Bo Nix, Justin Herbert, just to name a few. But hey, one and done is one and done, right? And then old member says Philly will win by 10 plus points. Don't get too carried away because we're going to be talking about the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles guys coming up here in just a minute. We got my man Alpha Rob in the chat today as well. What is up, Alpha Rob? And Electro Restoration says fair. I mean, look at last year's opener. We got cooked by the Eagles. Not wrong. Not wrong. Pigskin punters get you some. But guys, it is Wednesday. And here on Hump Day Wednesday, all 18 weeks of the NFL season, guys, I released my NFL power rankings. Now, this is a very fluid top 10, right? It is who is performing at that particular time and what I expect them to do in the following week. Not what they've done, not what they've accomplished last year, 5 weeks ago, what they're going to do moving forward. And with the week one NFL right around the corner, guys, we're 20 hours away. Here are my official week one NFL power rankings. If you guys watch this live on youtube.com and facebook.com, you see the graphic right there. If you're watching this over here on YouTube Shorts, head over to the main page and you will get to see the graphic right there. But starting off at the top, guys, we have arguably the best team in the NFL. We have arguably the best team in the NFL, and that is the Buffalo Bills. Guys, the Buffalo Bills are my number one team. Josh Allen is still a monster at quarterback, and now they double down and surrounding him with firepower. They brought back Gabe Davis, and they're keeping back to keep the continuity at wide receiver. And on the defensive end, they brought in Joey Bosa as well, one of the most feared pass rushers in the entire NFL. That move alone makes this defense a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. Guys, the Buffalo Bills just aren't good. They are built to be dominant in 2025. And then coming in at number 2, I do have the Philadelphia Eagles. They do land at the number 2 spot, and they're absolutely stacked. Jalen Hurts has yet another year with Saquon Barkley. Get that chemistry down, right? The running game paired up with the arguably one of the most dynamic duos in wide receiver in J.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. This passing attack is lethal. Guys, Philly also passed up their secondary this offseason, which was their weakest last season. Tough to say, right? But that was their weakness. And with Saquon Barkley in year 2, this roster is hitting its prime, and the Eagles are poised to make a serious Super Bowl run yet again. Back to back to back. Now, sitting at number 3, we have the Rams. Yes, those LA Rams. Yes, they did lose Cooper Kupp this offseason, but Sean McVay went out and replaced him with Devontae Adams. Pairing Adams with the breakout star in Puka, Matthew Stafford has one of the best wide receiver duos in football with Puka and Devontae Adams. Guys, they are loaded on defense in the draft with Aaron Donald's retirement just a couple years ago, and Sean McVay has this roster set up for yet another run. Guys, LA is going to be no joke. They're actually my dark horse to win the Super Bowl this season. And then sitting at number 4, we have the Detroit Lions. Lions stay in the top 5. Jared Goff is locked in long-term. Amon-Ra St. Brown is still carving up the defenses, and Dan Campbell's crew has the most physical offensive lines in the NFL. They built depth across the board this offseason, and they are going to need that depth when it comes to January, guys. Detroit has gone from the lovable underdogs to a team that nobody wants to see. That's why I have it sitting at number 4. And then number 5, I do have the Green Bay Packers. The Packers cracked the top 5 because of one man and one man only. That's Micah freaking Parsons, baby. Let's just be honest. This trade changed everything. Jordan Love has shown he is legit. And now you add them one of the most dynamic, dominant young pass rushers in the entire NFL. This defense was already improving. Green Bay is loaded with youth, talent, and injury. Guys, this team has top-tier upside. Now, coming in at number 6, my Kansas City Chiefs. At number 7, I do have the Washington Commanders. Coming at number 8, the LA Chargers. Number 9, Pittsburgh Steelers. And number 10, the Dallas Cowboys. Guys, these are my top 10. Let me know. What do you think of the top 10? Do you like it? Do you love it? Or do you want some more of it? I'm kidding. But Buffalo Bills, Eagles, Rams, Lions, Packers, Chiefs, Commanders, Chargers, Steelers, and the Dallas Cowboys. Those are my top 10 for this upcoming NFL season heading into week 1. Let's see what you guys are saying. Alpha Rob's like, you know what, Buck, you're a smart man. Alpha Rob says, Buck, you are a smart man. Because is the Buffalo Bills at number 1. Over here on the Pigskin Pundit chat, Old Man Rivers like, what? No Raiders? Cowboys are too high, lines are too low? And he says, how much NyQuil did you drink before this? I didn't drink no NyQuil at all, buddy. I had no cough drops, no cough syrup today at all. Alpha Rob said, cut that shit out, so I did. I cut it out, baby. I cut it out. But guys, those are my week 1 NFL power rankings. Obviously, week 2, we're going to see a lot of shakeups. Notable team there that's not there is the Baltimore Ravens, guys. I do think they're going to start out sluggish. I think the Ravens are going to start off 0-2, 0-3, if not 1-4, right? They're going to have a slow start to the NFL season. Unfortunately, that is why they're not in the top 10. So go fight with yourself in the wall. But we got to start off with the topic of the day. Let's get into today's show, guys, and that is the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Guys, week 1 is here, and it doesn't get any bigger than this. Opening day of the NFL season. Eagles, Cowboys, a divisional rivalry that always delivers fireworks. The reigning Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, get to raise their banner, and across from their stand, the Dallas Cowboys, who's going to come in as heavy underdogs, right? Everybody wants to talk about the Philadelphia firepower. Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, that four-headed monster. But here's the twist. Guys, Dallas is not showing up just to be the punching bag on Philly's big night. The Cowboys have been hearing it all offseason. And it's the perfect time for the Dallas Cowboys to punch back. So, guys, when we see the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, week 1 of the NFL season, tomorrow at 8 p.m. East Coast time, who is going to win this game? Is it going to be the Eagles or is it going to be the Cowboys? Guys, let me know down in the comments below who is going to win this game. Now, I'm going to give you angles for both sides. I'm going to play both sides of the fence. I'm going to hashtag waffle around. Now, if you are a Cowboys fan, you have a very good shot of winning this game. The Dallas Cowboys have a great shot of winning this game, matter of fact. Because Brian Schottenheimer is making his head coaching debut. Dak Prescott has more pressure on him than ever before. And with Micah Parsons gone, everyone is asking who is going to step up on defense. The Cowboys are backed into a corner. And when a team is backed into a corner, sometimes they come out swinging. You never back a wounded dog back into a corner because it's going to end badly for you. If Dak Prescott can control the pace of the game, if the running back can grind out the yards, and if CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens can get a few big plays, guys, Dallas have given themselves a shot. This will not be about dominance. It'll be about the composure. That is how the Dallas Cowboys can win this game, guys. Coming out, being composed, being well-balanced, and nickel and diamond down the field. Let Dak Prescott be the game manager that he is. Now the Eagles. Woo, those Philadelphia Eagles, guys. They are the champions. The Super Bowl champions. And they know it. The world knows it. They're going to come out hungry to start fast to show last year was not a fluke. Now, yes, the second year of Saquon Barkley makes him even more dangerous. The Philly crowd is going to be rocking, and Jalen Hurts has the weapons to bear the Dallas Cowboys early. The Eagles are going to want to send a message early. This is their conference, but sometimes when everything lined up perfectly, that's when upsets happen. Look, guys, I know the Philadelphia Eagles are favorites. I know the spread says the Eagles by more than just a touchdown, but I am taking the Dallas Cowboys in this one. Dak Prescott is going to make just enough plays, manage the game just well enough, and the Dallas defense bends but does not completely break in the fourth quarter and when it comes down to one drive. Dallas finds a way to win this game in a close battle, spoils the Philadelphia Eagles better night, and shocking the entire NFL on opening night. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think the Dallas Cowboys can actually pull this off, or will the Eagles prove why they're still the kings of the NFC? Comment down below. Subscribe, hit the like button. Remember, we're live Monday through Thursday at 9 p.m. East Coast time right here at youtube.com/man hour. Now, this is a live interactive show, so drop your thoughts in the comments down below. Let's break it down and get together. Let's get into the comments and discuss your thoughts. Old Man River. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. This man is saying Eagles 34, Dallas Cowboys 24. Woof. Old Man River, if this happens, if both of these offense goes off the way you think that, because going off is 20 plus points. Let's just be honest. In the NFL, scoring 20 plus points in an NFL game is going off. If these offenses go off week one and the defenses are the weak points of this team, both of these teams could have a very long season. Let me repeat that. If both of these teams give up 24 plus points in this game, it's going to be a long season for both teams. Just not one, but both. And Alpha Rob says, I'm going to go Cowboys because Dak is better than Jalen Hurts. And I could not agree with you more on this. I could not agree with you more on this, Alpha Rob. I have been saying it for the last couple seasons. Guys, Dak Prescott is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Look at his stats, watch the tape, watch his body language. Dak Prescott is a damn good quarterback. If Dak Prescott was on any other team, the Denver Broncos, Houston Texans, Kansas City Chiefs, Philadelphia Eagles, Miami Dolphins, he would be getting praised from left to right. Oh, Dak, you are our savior. Dak. But the fact that he's a star on his helmet, the fact that he has a star on his helmet is the reason why people hate Dak. Now, this is no shade at Jalen Hurts at all. Let's just be honest. This is no shade at Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a damn good quarterback as well. He manages the game very, very well. Now, guys, I want to be perfect, crystal clear on this. When I say game manager, that's not a bad term. Dak Prescott, when he is successful, he's a game manager. Jalen Hurts is a game manager. Patrick Mahomes is a game manager until the fourth quarter. Then he comes out and wins the ball game. Quarterbacks that are not game managers. Josh Allen, not a game manager. Lamar Jackson, not a game manager. Jared Goff is a game manager. Guys, game manager is not a bad term. Dak Prescott is great when he manages the game. Jalen Hurts is great when he manages the game, but Dak Prescott is better than Jalen Hurts. Alpha Rob, I agree with you 100%. And Old Man River says Dallas is done. Old Man River, you've been waffling around for the last 3 days, brother. I understand you're a pigskin pundit.
Pigskin pun. Get you some.
I understand that is your voice on the Pigskin Pundits chat right there. But hear me out. You cannot tell me that the Dallas Cowboys are going to the playoffs and then being one and done. And then in the same breath, you're saying the Dallas Cowboys are done. Make up your mind. The NFC is loaded this season from team 1 to team 12. Any of those 12 teams can pretty legitimately make the playoffs and probably make a deep playoff run if they get hot. Teams I'm counting out right off the bat. Saints, no. Panthers, no. Not going to happen. Seahawks, not going to happen, right? Those are 3 teams that I'm instantly counting out. But everybody else, they get hot. They going, baby. So you need to figure yourself out, old Man River. Are the Dallas Cowboys a playoff team or are they done? Are they shit or are they a playoff team? Playoff team in my eyes are pretty good. If you are a playoff team, you are pretty good in my eyes. Don't shoot the messenger. Facts are fact. Electro Restoration says, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, but we're not coming out alive out of this game. Yes, you are. Electro Restorations. Pump that chest, baby. You are going to own Texas in 2025. You are better than the Houston Texans. You are better than everybody in the Southern Hemisphere. Nobody in the Southern Hemisphere can F with the Dallas Cowboys except for maybe the LA Rams. Dallas Cowboys are going to walk into Philly. The Philadelphia Eagles are going to be overlooking them. Oh, they don't have Micah. George Pickens is going to come out and ball. They're going to adjust the coverage of George Pickens in the second half. CeeDee Lamb is going to eat in the second half. Stop it. Dallas Cowboys are coming. Reynolds says, hey, what's up, man? What's up? Oman River says, sink or swim. Jerry has destroyed the Cowboys. But yet, here we are still talking about them, baby. Jerry Jones is the greatest salesman of all time. Look at topic number 4 there. Dallas Cowboys loss. We're going to talk about Jerry Jones coming up here, old man River. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned. There's Mellow Mike. Mellow Mike's a Houston, Texas fans, guys. So say, well, rest in peace to Mellow Mike, because he's going to probably not hear from him all season when the Texans suck when I say, I told you so. But hey, it's still early. You still got a chance. But he says the Eagles are going to stomp the Cowboys. Not even beat them. They're going to come in there and make them look like baby back bitches, says Mellow Mike. That's tough, baby. That's tough. Old Man Rivers says the Eagles or the Cowboys, who needs to score 35 points to win? Because the Eagles are going to have a pretty good defense. They're going to have another top 5 defense this NFL season. Let's just be honest about it. The defense is pretty damn good. Yes, they got rid of C.J. Gardner-Johnson, but he wasn't going to play anyway this year. He was going to get hurt. He's destined to get hurt. It is what it is. The Cowboys defense is going to be much improved as well. I've been saying it for the last 3 or 4 shows here. Micah Parsons was a cancer. Get him out of there. He's great for the Green Bay Packers, but he's better getting away from the Dallas Cowboys. It is what it is. Mellow Mike says game manager is not an insult. All quarterback managers manage the game. A system quarterback, however, is an insult. And Mellow Mike, you are right to an extent, right? So you're saying a game manager is not an insult, which is 100% correct. But he says, and then he continues on and says, all quarterbacks manage the game. A system quarterback, however, is an insult. And I'm going to take it one step further than that, Mellow Mike, because I think Patrick Mahomes is a system quarterback. I think that Andy Reid built a system around Patrick Mahomes to be great. With that being said, as much as I look up to Patrick Mahomes about how great, how dominant he has been, if he would have gone to the Buffalo Bills, if we would have gone to the Chicago Bears, Dallas Cowboys, Houston Texans, he would not be as dominant as he was because the system in Kansas City fits him perfect. A system quarterback is not a bad thing either. You fall into a perfect situation, into a perfect system. Brock Purdy fell into a perfect system for him. Now, there are quarterbacks that can fit in any system. Josh Allen, let's just be honest, he can fit into any system. He can go to Houston and be successful. He can go to Minnesota and be successful. That's why Josh Allen, to me, is the best player in the NFL. Not the best quarterback. That's not the best running back. The best player is Josh Allen. Patrick Mahomes on the Buffalo Bills would have not have gone to 3 straight Super Bowls. Patrick Mahomes on the Minnesota Vikings would have not gone to 3 straight Super Bowls. A system quarterback is an insult, I guess you can say. But also that just shows you that coaches know what the hell they're doing to draft said quarterback to fit said system. Lamar Jackson is a system quarterback. He would not thrive in Buffalo. He would not thrive in Texas. He would not thrive in Minnesota. It is what it is. It is what it is. Mellow Mike says, my boy's voice finally deepened, finally got a visit from puberty. Listen, man, it is high school football season. It's allergy season and man-hour season. So we're in week 3 of the NFL or the high school football season, going on to week 3. Game 1, I was okay. Game 2, I completely lost my shit because my defense played bad. Giving up a 80-yard screen pass is tough, but hey, I digress. I lost my shit. Allergies hit that night. It's been bad ever since. Hey, just know that I've been smoking 15 packs of Marlboro Reds for the last 30 years to get this voice. I'm kidding. Mellow Mike says Dallas is going to get those famous 2 words from DX. Suck it. I love it. Guys, was the 90s not the best era of wrestling? Now, I'm not a wrestling nerd by any stretch of the imagination, but you had Triple H, you had Shawn Michaels, you had The Rock, you had that Attitude Era. And I freaking loved walking down the hallway saying, suck it. Like, it was awesome. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. Mellow Mike jumping back in the chat here says, Texans are going to beat the Rams on Sunday. We got the boom. We're taking the broom to the division and making Mahomes cry in week 13. We're going to talk more about that on Saturday night, right? Come Saturday night, we are going to do our week 1 preview show, and we're going to talk about the Texans not beating the Rams on Sunday. So let's just be honest. Alpha Rob says $80 on a screen pass. Buck, come on, get it together. Let me walk you through my thought process on this play. My defense is playing lights out. We are on the road, by the way. This is the 3rd series of the game. First series, our defense goes 3 and out. They had 3 false starts. We had 3 sacks the very first drive. It was tough. I was bringing the pressure, bringing the heat, baby, right? I'm sitting here playing the chess match, yada, yada, yada. Drive 2, I sit back playing base defense, right? No blitzes, no pressure. We're loosey-goosey back, right? They got 2 false starts on that series, so they're first and 20. We get a sack, we're first and 30, and then they ran the ball a couple times to get it out of their red zone. They punt the ball away, whatever, right? So 2, 3 and outs. I brought the heat, backed off. Next series, they complete a couple passes on us, right? Because we are playing base, right? I'm playing the chess game. Right? We are playing base. They're nickel and dime us down the field. I dial up some pressure, bada bing, bada boom. We get that sack, baby, right? After they get a first down, it's second and like 15 maybe, right? Maybe 16. They get a holding call. Boom, back it up some more. Second and like 30. Incomplete pass. We're roughly 3 to 4 minutes left in the first half, right? Our offense hasn't scored. They haven't scored. 0-0 ball game. It's 3rd and 37 on their 20-yard line. I'm like, timeout. Boom. I call it jailhouse blitz because we've been playing base, right? We've been playing base, letting them nickel and dime us. Hey, they're probably thinking 3rd and 30. Let's just get the ball out of here. Let's see what happens, right? I'm like, oh, no. Let's dial up some pressure, baby. So what do I call? Yellow 9. Yellow 9, baby. Yellow 9. That's our jailhouse blitz. So if any coaches are listening out there, if you hear yellow 9, we coming, baby. We coming. So I call yellow 9. And by golly, they set up the most beautiful screen pass ever. I had 9 guys in the quarterback's face. They had 5 guys on my safety. And this dude that runs like a 5'5", 40-yard dash, 80 yards, unfreaking touched. It was the most embarrassing thing in the world. I lost my shit. I'm like, God damn, I lost my shit because I told the guys, watch the screen. Watch the screen. It's coming. Watch the screen. It is coming. They blow their ears back. They go. It is what it is. You know what? It is what it is. They ended up with 160-yard passings in that game with two touchdowns, 80 of them in a touchdown on like one. So not doing too shabby, right? Not doing too shabby. Stone Cold, oh, hell yeah. And I was an NWO guy, says old Alpha Rob. Back to some football talk here. Mellow Mike says Lamar and Allen are playmakers, but Lamar is a system quarterback. Whatever. I don't like the Ravens. Listen, Lamar Jackson is a system quarterback. He wouldn't fit in Kansas City. Well, actually, he'd probably thrive in Kansas City with like Andy Reid, but he wouldn't thrive in Dallas in a drop back situation, quarterback situation, right? He wouldn't thrive in Minnesota. He wouldn't thrive in a system where it's not an RPO system where he can just do whatever he wants to do. Think about that. What does Lamar Jackson thrive off of, Mellow Mike? When you watch Lamar Jackson play, what does he thrive on? He thrives on extending the plays. He thrives on rolling the pocket. He thrives on deep passes, not short intermediate passes, deep passes, and he likes to extend his legs. If Coach Harbaugh did not have that system in place for him, he would have been a bust in the NFL. Right? Let's just be honest. If Jim Harbaugh would not have put that system in place for Lamar Jackson, he would have been a bust in the NFL. He's a system quarterback. He is. And with the RPO, you do have to pay attention to Derrick Henry now. Too bad Lamar Jackson never gives the ball to Derrick Henry to really let them worry about him. But he is back there. He is back there. It is what it is. All right, guys, so let's move on to the next topic of the day, and it is the 18 NFL game season. Guys, let's sit here and talk about the NFL's future. For years, it has felt inevitable that the 18-game regular season is coming. More football, more money, more everything. But now, according to the NFL Players Association interim executive director, David White, that may not be the case. In fact, he says the 18-game season is nowhere a done deal. White sat down with the Associated Press and made it clear there has been no conversation with Roger Goodell or the league about extending the season to an 18 NFL game season. None at all. The league may want it, the owners may push for it, but the players, the union isn't rolling over. Guys, remember the NFL season only expanded to 17 games in 2021. That alone was a major change to the players' workload, health, and safety. To get an 18 game, the CBA would have to be renegotiated, and that does not expire until 2031. White flat out said, it certainly is not inevitable and should not be presented as such. David White has been on this role for a month. He replaced Lloyd Howe after a messy exit. The union has had drama, investigations, and even regizations, right? White said his top priority is restoring trust, focus on player safety, field conditions, pay, and rights. He has even brought up the Micah Parsons situation. When Parsons was renegotiating with Jerry Jones before he got traded to the Green Bay Packers, White said the NFL Players Association was involved behind the scenes, quietly making sure everybody followed the rules. That's the approach. Less noise in the media, more will work behind closed doors. So guys, what does this mean for us, the fans? It means the NFL may not get an 18-game regular season. Fans and owners, everybody thought was going to happen. The money will always drive this conversation, but the players are digging in on health and safety. White is signaling this won't just be another bigger TV deals, right? And look, players have every right to stand firm. You want more game? That's more wear and tear, shorter the career, and more injury risk. The league better be willing to pay up and protect the stars if they want to track another week onto a schedule. So, question, guys. Will the NFL ever get 18 games? Yes. I think it eventually will happen. I think everybody hates this odd number games. The money is too big to ignore, but here in 2025, it is not a lock. The NFL Players Association finally has leadership willing to push back, and that means fighting to get things started. But what do you guys think? Should the NFL expand to 18 games or is it staying at 17 to protect its players? Comment down below. Mellow Mike says 18 games is hard enough to make it through 17 games healthy. That is facts. Personally, I wouldn't mind it goes back to 16 games again. I liked 8-8 schedules. Pittsburgh Steelers loved 8-8 schedules. I hate the odd number of games. I think 18 is too much. Honestly, I think 16 was perfect. I think 16 was perfect because if you think about this, if you go to 18 games, they're probably going to have to add 2 bye weeks. They're going to have to add 2 bye weeks. It's just it is what it is. Make it into a 19 or be a 20-week NFL season. Just it is what it is. Ron Green says the best coach shapes their system according to their personnel strengths. That is facts, Ron. Ron is piggyback onto the quarterback system thing here, right? Exactly right, Ron. Exactly right. Mellow Mike says Lloyd was putting girls through college. Not wrong. He was putting a lot of girls through college. A lot of them. Matter of fact, at last tally, I think it was 26 doctors, 18 nurses, and 14 RNs. Mellow Mike says, Buck, give me the Macho Man. Oh, yeah. Sounds like Mac tonight. Listen, man, my voice is a hell of a lot better tonight than it was last night. Last night was rough. I went back and listened to it. Oh, boy. I don't know how I made it through, boys. Do not know how I made it through. Alpha Rob says, eventually it will make it like better when it was 16. Listen, you guys can say, like, we can argue 16 or 18 all we want, but I think general consensus is 17 games suck. Can we all agree with that? Can we all get an amen? Can we all put that into the man-hour NFL Bible? 17 game seasons suck. All I need is 3 yeses. Yes, 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 and we can put it into the man-hour Bible. That'll be verse 16 under section 8. Just give me something. Oh, God, I hate 17 games. I hate it. Henson, LJ, and Hargov. What are you referring to, Ron? Drink more whiskey, Grandpa's cough syrup. Me and my wife will be drinking whiskey here in like a little bit. We've had long games or long days. 17 games blows chunks. Facts, baby. Make it even. Make it even so the Steelers can go 500. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right, guys, it is time for some overreaction here on this Tuesday. Actually, it's not Tuesday, it's Wednesday. We're doing Overreaction Tuesday on a Wednesday because I messed up the script. That's just what it is, right, guys? All right, so right now, guys, it is time for Overreaction. For those who have not seen this segment before, let me break it down for you. Here's the deal. I'm going to throw out the hot takes, a bold statement, an intense reaction to something going on in the NFL world. And it's up us to decide if it's an overreaction or if it's actually spot on. If we think it's an overreaction, we're going to call it out. We're going to say, whoa, slow it down, baby. That's a little too much, but it's all about down the back, seeing things with a little bit more perspective. But if you guys think I'm spot on, if you think it's legit, we're going to agree, we're going to roll. We're going to say, you know what? Buck, you're right. That's not overreaction. That's reality, and here's why. So, guys, it is time to throw out some big takes and talk about Overreaction Tuesday here on the Wednesday. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and dive into the overreaction. Here's the question. First overreaction question of the day, guys. If the Philadelphia Eagles lose to the Cowboys on opening night, is it an overreaction to say they're in for a long season? Long season. Whew. On the surface, guys, this sounds wild, right? Buck is just one game. It's week 1. But let's peel it back. Let's peel it back layer by layer. Now, guys, the Eagles are coming off a Super Bowl run. right? Jalen Hurts is locked in. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith are still elite. Saquon Barkley is entering his second year in the system. If all the firepower takes to the field on banner night and still loses to the Cowboys, people are going to lose their minds. The media is going to lose their minds. The Philadelphia Eagles fan base is going to set the world on fire. Guys, Philadelphia's fans do not tolerate losing, especially losing to Dallas. A loss to the Cowboys in week 1 will have the critics screaming that defense is soft. Hurts can't carry the team. Barkley is not a game changer like he's supposed to be. Their narrative literally will flip overnight. But guys, here's the truth. The NFL is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Teams stumble week 1 all the time and still end up in the playoffs. Matter of fact, they still end up making Super Bowl runs, a.k.a. the Kansas City Chiefs losing to Detroit Lions on opening night. Guys, one loss does not replace the fact that the Eagles are loaded. Barkley in his second year should get more comfortable. This defense still has studs. The coaching staff knows how to win. Yes, the noise will be loud, but it will not be the end of the world. So is it an overreaction? Hell yeah, it's an overreaction. Y'all need to slow it down, baby. It's one game, is one loss. It does not define a season, even if it is a loss to the Dallas Cowboys on opening night. The Eagles have too much talent, too much experience to let one stumble derail them. But if this does happen, the pressure will crank up instantly and the outside noise will be relentless. But what do you guys think? If the Eagles lose to the Cowboys on opening night, is it a sign of trouble ahead, or is just one game on a long, long road? Guys, comment down below. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Remember, we're live Monday through Thursday at 9 p.m. East Coast time on said platform. Ron Green says, you're going to need to put your voice on IR for 4 days. Shit, man, like 4 weeks at this point. Every time my voice starts to get a little bit better, boom, dick punched every time. Alpha Rob says, your voice is better because of no cough syrup. I also drank 2 gallons of freaking orange juice today. I brought those 2 big Simply Delight orange juices, chug, plus some hot tea all day. Woof, with a little bit of honey. Game changers. Now, I was pissing like a Russian racehorse all day, but damn, it was good. Electro Electricity says, I'm back. Welcome back, brother. Welcome back. Mellow Mike says, all I need is 0.5 yards from Dak to get $20 on Prize Picks. He's going to finish with negative 36. Rushing yards, that's tough. That's tough. We need to get a deal with Prize Picks. Electro Electricity says, no, it will be a one-off, because think about it. When's the last time us Cowboys won against them? It's been a long time since the Cowboys have beaten the Eagles, hasn't it? It's been, 3 years, right? It was the year that Dak Prescott got hurt and old Cooper Rush came in and beat the Philadelphia Eagles in Philly, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But Cooper Rush went in there. The Dallas Cowboys ran the piss out of the ball. The Philadelphia Eagles just like, what's going on with their hands? We don't know what to do. And they lose that game. So it was at least 3 years, if not 4, right? It's been a minute. It has been a minute. But Electro Russia says they will overreact, but they'll get over it. And honestly, this is what sucks about playing on Thursday night, week 1. All the hype, all the momentum, all the building. Whoever loses this game, whether it's the Cowboys, whether it's the Eagles, they're going to have to bake in that for 10 days. Oh, my God, we lost a division rival. Oh, my God, we lost a division rival. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's going to be a long 10 days. That is tough, baby. That is tough. Ron Green says they just won't be any top 5 conversations for a while. So, Ron, I had the Eagles second in my NFL power rankings. Number 2, behind the Buffalo Bills. I had the Dallas Cowboys sitting at number 10. If the Philadelphia Eagles lose to the Green Bay or to the Dallas Cowboys, they will certainly drop down in the power rankings, yes. But they are still a top 5 team. I'm not going to overreact to it. I'm going to overreact to the Cowboys. They're going to shoot up, baby, to the moon, baby. But the Eagles, slow it down, baby. Slow it down, right? Slow it down. RPG Production says Drake May will have better stats than Patrick Mahomes this season. And stats lie to you, brother. Stats lie to you, RPG Productions. Aaron Rodgers had top 10 stats last season. Was he a top 10 quarterback in the NFL? Oh, hell no. Don't get it twisted. Aaron Rodgers is good. But was he top 10 last season? Stop it. Stop it. Mellow Mike says, Philly fans snowballed Santa Claus. God bless the Boo Birds. Facts, baby. Facts. How can you throw snowballs at Santa Claus? That is tough. Geo Mex says, first head coach with Dak leading the way, they'll be lucky to score a field goal. Geo Mex, I see you're a Raiders fan. You understand Dak Prescott is a damn good quarterback. You understand that Brian Schottenheimer has football in his blood. Since the man came out of his mama's vagina, he's been writing down NFL players. Cowboys going to be just fine, baby. Cowboys going to be just fine. Mellow Mike says, Cowboys winning, even if the Chiefs paid the rest for Jerry. That's tough. That's tough. Oh, I love it, though. I love it. Keep the hate up. Alpha Rob says, Philly fans will lose their crap if they lose. They will lose more than the crap. They will lose police cars. They will lose school buses. They will lose any Tesla driving through Philadelphia. That town is going to burn for 10 days. Alpha Rob. That town is going to burn, baby, burn. Mellow Mike says, Micah took the Cowboys defense to Green Bay. Bye-bye pass rush. That's okay. The Eagles just push, and give the ball to Saquon anyways. Eagles fans would rather get a vasectomy than lose to the Dallas Cowboys. Honestly, every Eagles fan should probably go out there and get a vasectomy. Let's just be honest. We don't need to be producing any more Eagles fans. I'm kidding. Shay Frazier says, this man's perspective on the Cowboys gets me every time. Slow it down, baby. Shay, hold your thoughts about the Cowboys. Because they coming. They're going to the moon. They going to the Super Bowl, and they going to wax that ass, baby. Ron Green says they won't be a top 5 for at least 10 days. They will. Eagles are still good. Ron, the only power rankings you need to look at are mine. Mine are always right. Mellow Mike says, Schottenheimer going to wish for Alzheimer's to forget this year. Jeez. Oh, man. Too soon, brother. Too soon. Oh, you guys. Next up on Overreaction Tuesday, here on the Wednesday, guys, let's dive into some more overreaction. Guys, here's a hot take on the table. If the Dallas Cowboys gets dominated by the Philadelphia Eagles offense in week 1, do the Cowboys fans have the right to call for Jerry Jones to step down as general manager? That's tough. Guys, this is the kind of headline that lights up sports talk radio and Cowboys Nation, so let's break it down. Guys, Cowboys fans have been frustrated for years. Jerry Jones has been the face and the voice of this franchise since forever, right? He has made big calls on coaching hires, draft picks, trade, and contracts. And what has it gotten him? A whole lot of zero and a whole lot of hype and a whole lot of zero Super Bowl appearances since the 90s. Guys, if this defense gets pushed around by the Philadelphia Eagles, especially after losing Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers in that blockbuster trade, fans are going to say Jerry failed them again. He could not build a roster that could hang with the champs. And if your biggest rivals comes on opening night and embarrass you, that frustration is going to boil over. Now, is it fair to say that Jerry Jones alone is a problem in Dallas? This is where it becomes an overreaction. Yes, Jerry Jones is very much involved in everyday decisions. Yes, his fingerprints are all over this team. But one game does not erase the Dallas Cowboys do have. They do have Dak. They do have CeeDee Lamb, Zach Martin, Travion Diggs. The roster is not empty, right? Calling for Jerry Jones to step down after week 1 could be more of a raw emotion than reality. This is a long season, and the defense often takes time to gel without their centerpiece. So, is it an overreaction? Abso-freaking-lutely. One bad night against the Eagles does not suddenly mean Jerry Jones has to walk away from being general manager. But I get it. The frustration is real. Cowboys fans are tired of waiting. If the defense looks soft on opening night, the calls will be loud. The chance of Jerry has to go will echo through Dallas. Guys, but what do you think? If the Cowboys defense gets ran over by the Philadelphia Eagles, is it fair to call for Jerry Jones to step down? Or is that just the fans letting out their emotions get the best of them? Comment down below. Geo Mex says, if the Cowboys lose bad, Cowboys fans will blame Dak. And honestly, you are probably right. Dak Prescott gets a lot of the blame. 100%. Geo Mex, you are spot on. That's the exact opposite for Lamar Jackson. Because every time Lamar Jackson wins, it's all Lamar. But if the Ravens lose, oh, he needs help. He needs this, right? But this is spot on. I like that. Mellow Mike says Jerry's going to fire Schottenheimer halfway through the season. Lucky for you, Buck, he can call the offense for your high school football team. Mellow Mike, do you want to talk about our high school football team? We have 3 first downs in 2 weeks. But hey, we're coming. We coming. It just takes time to get the motor going, baby. It just takes time. But we don't want we don't need no Brian Schottenheimer. We don't need no Brian Schottenheimer. Shay says Jerry Jones has been gone ahead for years. Give me Micah Parsons and take a losing season, Jerry World. So guys, Shay's a Packers fan. Shay is on cloud 9. Shay says, I told you, Buck, Micah's coming to the Green Bay Packers. I coached with Shay. Shay sat there right there on the couch like, hey, do you think Micah's coming to the Packers? I said no. 2 days later, we're on the football field. Our watches go ding, 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 ding. Micah Parsons, Green Bay Packers. And Shay's like, ha ha. Matter of fact, I think Shay was coaching still. It was tough. Ron says, no Ravens in your top 10s, but Eagles are a top 5 team and they lose to the Cowboys. Really? Ravens are going to start slow. They're going to start sluggish. Geo Mix says, I live in Alamo City. Cowboys fans hate Dak. Really? Dak Prescott is hated that much? Really? I didn't know that. That's weird. Alfred says, how about if Dallas defense shuts down Barkley and they win, do they owe Jerry Jones an apology? Woof. That's tough. But that is facts. Alpha Rob, if that happens, let's say, matter of fact, let's say the Cowboys defense dominates. Pitches a shutout. Saquon Barkley has like 30 some odd yards. Jalen Hurts has 120 yards passing. Complete domination up and down the field. They will not give Jerry Jones any credit. No apologies. Well, it's about time he did something right. About time he got rid of Micah Parsons, right? It's going to be the Dak Prescott treatment. Even though you're doing good, took you long enough to get there. Took you long enough to do that. Like, come on, man, you should have done that years ago, right? That's how I feel it would it would be. Could be 100% wrong. I don't know, but I definitely do not feel like the media, Dallas Cowboys haters, Dallas Cowboys fans will not give Jerry Jones any credit. Mainly because Jerry Jones is probably going to go on the microphone that next Friday morning, like, oh, you guys see what I did out there? He's not humble. Monty Schottenheimer going to pull up a classic Jackie Gesslin line. Brian, there's no way. I mean, no way you can come from my lines. Is Smokey and the Bandit the one of the best movies ever? There's no way you came from my loins. I love Smokey and the Bandit. I love it. Smokey and the Bandit 2 sucks, though, but the regular wasn't good. Jerry has to go as already be enchanted. Not wrong. And Geo Mike says, I honestly believe Dan Quinn and the Commanders win the NFC East. Let me repeat that. He says, I honestly believe Dan Quinn and the Commanders are going to win the NFC East. Geomex, I strongly disagree with you. Tomorrow, we are going to do the segment of first to worst, worst to first, right? That segment. Every year, we say the teams that finished first last season that are going to drop, right? And a team that finished last could go to first in their said division. Now, obviously, the Commanders did not get first in the NFC East last season. They were second, right? With that being said, I think the Washington Commanders highly overachieved last season. Let me repeat that for TJ Jeter there in the back. Jeter, I know you're listening. The Washington Commanders highly overachieved last season. Jane Daniels played out of his mind. That defense played out of their mind. Scary Terry had another hell of a season. He's just damn good. Let's just be honest. But they have the oldest team in the NFL. They have the oldest defense in the NFL by nearly 6 years on average across the board. The age is going to catch up with the Washington Commanders. The head coaching of Dan Quinn is going to catch up with the Commanders. Guys, when Dan Quinn has any type of success, when the pressure, when he is expected to do well, expected to win, Dan Quinn crumbles under the pressure. Atlanta Falcons Super Bowl 28-3. Dallas Cowboys playoff. Matter of fact, it wasn't a playoff game. It was a playoff-like game versus the Buffalo Bills. That defense comes out and crumbles. Dan Quinn is a terrible big-time play coach. When the spotlights are on him, he crumbles. I still think Jane Daniels is going to be a dog. I think he's going to do everything that he can to carry his team. But age and Dan Quinn is going to eventually catch up to him. The Commanders will not win the East. Matter of fact, I would like to lay money, if there is a way to lay money, I don't know if it's Price Picks, FanDuel, whatever, that I think the Commanders will actually finish last in the division. Yes, dead fourth. Behind the New York Giants, behind the Eagles, behind the Dallas Cowboys. Those are just my thoughts. Ron Green says it's been 30 plus years since Jerry was credible. I think it left with Jimmy Johnson. So, Ron Green, I want you to go, I believe it's on Netflix. It's the Cowboys Chronicles of the Dallas Cowboys story or whatever, right? My wife has been watching it without me. I'm mad at her about that, but you know what? I've been catching up. Go out there and like watch it. There's a reason why Jerry Jones is the way he is. He wants the spotlight. He wants the limelight. He wants all the notoriety without really the work. Once Jimmy Johnson started to get the notoriety, started to get the work, Jerry Jones was like, whoa, wait a second. One of the stories that stand out to me vividly, I believe it was episode 2 or episode 3, right? Jimmy Johnson was riding the Cowboys hard. Riding him hard. MFing them, cursing them up and down, yada, 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 right? They've had bad weeks and they're starting to turn the quarter. Long story short, Jimmy Johnson did not like doing that, right? He did not like being the bad guy, did not like being the hard ass, whatever. He was going to come into said locker room and talk to his players about, hey, thank you guys for working your asses off. We finally got that win, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Before Jimmy Johnson could get into his locker room, Jerry Jones was already in there praising the team. Jerry Jones lost all credibility before Jimmy Johnson even thought about leaving. Jerry Jones is a great salesman. He can sell a team very, very, very well. There's a reason why the Dallas Cowboys are $1 billion team. Matter of fact, what is it, like $10.8 billion? Right? $10.8 billion. There's a reason why when I put Dallas Cowboys in the headlines, we instantly get Cowboys suck, Cowboys rule. It's so much hate and love for the Dallas Cowboys. We cannot even talk about the Dallas Cowboys, and there's going to be love and there's going to be hate. Right? It's just, it is what it is. Jerry Jones has never been a really credible owner. He's been a great salesman. But hey, it is what it is. And then Alpha Rob says, who traded Herschel Walker, Jimmy or Jerry? I have no idea. I haven't got that far yet in the documentary. And I'm too young to know that answer. I don't know. Shay says, false about the Commanders. Jaden Daniels 5, JD 5 will be prolific this season. I'm not saying Daniels won't be good. He's going to digress this season. He's going to digress. It is what it is. Ron says they got the Cowboys ranked 26th right now. What? 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 Time for Factor Crap. All right, folks, we're starting to wind down the show, but we're not done quite yet. It is time for our final segment. We'll call it a little bit of fact or crap. Guys, here's the deal. I'm going to throw out some statements, throw out some facts that are floating around the NFL world, and it's up to decide if it's a solid fact or if it's a whole lot of crap. We're going to separate the truth from the nonsense, cut through the hype, and see what's really worth believing. If it's legit, we're all about it. If it's pure garbage, we're calling it out. So, guys, grab your popcorn because it's about to be real. It's fact or it's a whole lot of crap. Let's go ahead and find out, baby. All right, guys, so the first fact or crap of the day is Dak Prescott playing for his job in 2025. Guys, that is a statement on the table for today. Is Dak Prescott playing for his job in 2025? Is it fact or is it a whole lot of crap? Guys, look, Dallas Cowboys Nation is divided on Dak. Geo Mech is living in San Antonio. He says Cowboys fans hate Dak Prescott. Some fans love him. Some fans want him gone like yesterday. He has put up numbers. He has been consistent, but the playoffs has always been the wall he cannot climb. And now with Brian Schottenheimer taking over as head coach, everything in Dallas feels like it is on the line. It is time to shit or get off the pot time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys, what it seems. But this is year 9 for Dak. 9 seasons and not a single NFC Championship appearance. If the Cowboys stumble in 2025, if they cannot get past Philadelphia, San Francisco, or the Green Bay Packers, Jerry Jones is going to have a decision to make. Pay him again or move on. And when you are the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, the pressure is just not about stats, it's about rings. That's why people are saying this is prove-it season. But on the flip side of this question, let's not act like Dak Prescott is some scrub. He is one of the most productive quarterbacks in franchise history. He is durable. He is respected in the locker room, and the Cowboys do not exactly have a replacement waiting for him in the wings. Milton III, no thank you. Even if the season goes sideways, guys, Dallas may not have a better option than Dak Prescott. And quarterbacks right now do not grow on trees unless you're in Cleveland. Sometimes the devil, is better than the gamble do not. So, guys, fact or crap, is Dak Prescott playing for his job in 2025? Guys, I am saying fact. If Dak does not deliver this year, the Cowboys flame out again. The calls to move on would be louder than ever. Jerry Jones will finally be forced to admit it is time for change, and Dak has to win, and he has to win now. But what do you guys think? Is this really Dak Prescott's last chance in Dallas, or are people just piling on because it's the Cowboys? Comment down below. Let's see what you think. GeoMex says, good show. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Tune on in anytime you want to, brother. Let's get up there. My bad. We're here Monday through Thursday, 9 p.m. East Coast time. Shay says it is a fact. Dak Prescott is coming to Green Bay, says Shay. Send the whole Dallas Cowboys team to Green Bay. We can win with them. Matter of fact, if you guys want to take it one step further, before last season, matter of fact, it was about this time last season before Dak Prescott got paid, got those dollar bills, yo. We're saying, hey, Dak Prescott to Las Vegas looks pretty good. Dak Prescott to the Green Bay Packers looks pretty good. Dak Prescott to the Giants looks pretty good, right? It is tough. GeoMex is saying fact as well. Guys, everybody's pile on fact. Ron Green says a fact. Alpha Rob is saying fact. And if Alpha Rob says fact, you guys know damn well it's a fact. And it's a fact, Jack. Mellow Mike says Joe Milton put that twinkle in Jerry's eyes. Fact, Dak is gone next season. So, Mellow Mike, you're saying win, lose, or draw, Dak Prescott is gone next season. Do you think the Green Bay Packers take on that contract and bring Jordan Love down to Green Bay or down to Dallas? That's tough. GeoMex says if Dak doesn't get 10 wins this season, the Dak era in Dallas is over. GeoMex, I have to say they have to win at least 2 playoff games this season. A wild card game and a division game. They have to make the NFC Championship game this season for Dak Prescott era not to be over. 10, 11, 13, 14, 15 wins, it doesn't matter. If you are one and done in the playoffs, the Dak era is over in Dallas. And Shay's like, no, Dak Prescott in Green Bay. He's coming. He's coming. And Mellow Mike says CJ Stroud has as many playoff wins in 2 years than Dak has won in 9 years. That's tough. That's tough. It's facts, but it's tough. And Electro Retro says, like, what are the options would the Cowboys have at quarterback? They do have Joe Milton III. I think he's a backup quarterback this year, right? Kenny Pickett is going to be a free agent. Deshaun Watson should be healthy next season. Tua might be coming out of Miami. But you want to know the real answer? You want to know the real answer? Electro Restorations. This is what they were trying to do last season. They were trying to bring down Coach Prime, Coach Sanders, Coach Deion Sanders down to the Big D. They're trying to pry him away from Colorado, bring him down into Dallas. What better way to get Coach Prime to Dallas is if the Dallas Cowboys trade for Shedeur Sanders. I bet you they'll give him a 4th-round pick. Matter of fact, Cleveland Browns, take Dak Prescott, take his contract, give us Shedeur Sanders. Even trade. Watch it. Watch it. Oh, my God. People's heads would flip out. Shedeur Sanders then becomes quarterback 1 in Dallas. Coach Prime comes down to the Big D, leads them to the Super Bowl, and everybody's like, oh, Chicago or Cleveland, you missed out on Shedeur Sanders. What's wrong with you? What? It's going to happen. Ron Green says they're not paying Dak top quarterback money in the league to miss the playoffs consecutive seasons. Facts. When you get paid elite, you better be elite. It's simple as that. Mellow Mike says Cowboys trading for Dak for Shedeur. Fire sale in Dallas. Say it louder, Mellow Mike. Say it louder. Because let's just be honest. Dak Prescott's gone. Micah's gone. Oh, Micah's already gone, right? George Pickens is on a 1-year prove-it type of deal, right? He's on his 5th-year option as a rookie deal. He's going to want those dollar bills, y'all. CeeDee Lamb is well into his prime. He already got paid. Might as well ship CeeDee Lamb off too. Blow the whole thing up. Screw it. But Electro Restoration says, guys, let's be real here. Let's be real. He says, I think it's crap. We all know dang well Jerry isn't coming for those guys. We can wish. We can wish. Come on, man. And Alpha Rob says they had their chance to get Baker a few years ago, and they missed. And they missed on Baker. Come on, baby. Geomex says Dallas isn't even a top 10 NFC contender. No chance at a championship game. Guys, don't sleep on the Dallas Cowboys. I know it is easy to hate on the Dallas Cowboys. I know it is fun to hate on the Dallas Cowboys. I know it is fun to talk so much shit on Dallas Cowboys fans. It is. It is a lot of fun. I'm not even mad about it. But do not sleep on them. If they can rattle off 4, 5, 6 wins in a row mid-season, playoffs are inevitable. How do you say it? Electro Restoration says, what do you think about those Arch Manning rumors? I think it's false. Hope in our eyes. I think Arch Manning's overrated. Matter of fact, I told you guys this summer when everybody's saying, tank for Arch, tank for Arch, tank for Arch. Why? Arch Manning might be like the 7th quarterback off of the board this season. This was before they played Ohio State. Guys, Arch Manning is not all that in a bag of chips. Yes, he had a couple, good 6-8 quarters, whatever, when he was in for Quinn Ewers, right? But let's just be honest. He has potential, but he's not going to be a top overall pick, 2nd overall pick, third round. He's going to be a 4th, 5th, 6th round pick, especially if he keeps this up. And Mellow Mike says the facts are facts. Texans are the best team in Texas. Cowboys can't pull Shador. What are they getting? Richardson from Indy? Trey Lance 2.0? The Colts don't want to trade Anthony Richardson. We talked about that last night. They're dumb. Doc's Ponderings. What's up, man? He says, I feel awful for Dallas fans. A lot of really good players that don't have any backing to do anything. Maybe Bron Schottenheimer is the voice of reasoning that they need. Maybe Brian Schottenheimer is the alpha dog that they need at head coaching spot, right? But guys, let's get into the next factor crap. The statement for the day. Guys, the Kansas City Chiefs dynasty is starting to crumble. Is that a fact or is that crap? Guys, let's just be honest. There are cracks showing in Kansas City. The wide receiver room has been a little bit shaky. Patrick Mahomes has had to carry more than ever. Travis Kelce is still elite, but he's not getting any younger. And the defense knows the defense knows he is still the go-to option. And on top of that, the AFC is loaded. Joe Burrow is back healthy. Lamar Jackson is still a problem. Josh Allen is the man, the myth, the legend, and the Chargers with Jim Harbaugh are rising fast. Guys, the Chiefs are not feared in the way that they used to be. And here is the one big one. Dynasties do not last forever. Every great team eventually fades out. The Patriots, the 49ers, the Cowboys, hell, even the Green Bay Packers. And the Chiefs have had their run. But if they start to see it off slow, people are going to say they fail. The fall has begun. But hold on. Slow it down, baby. We are talking about the best quarterback in the NFL, Patrick freaking Mahomes. We are talking about arguably one of the best coaches in the NFL, Andy freaking Reid. We are talking about a front office that keeps finding ways to reload and stay competitive year after year after year. Now, the Chiefs may not look flashy, but they're still winning. They still control the AFC West. They still find ways to make deep playoff runs. And until somebody actually knocks them out, it is tough to say that the dynasty is done. So, guys, fact or crap? Is the Kansas City Chiefs dynasty starting to crumble? Guys, I'm going with crap. Until Patrick Mahomes falls off, until Andy Reid is gone, until somebody consistently takes him out of the AFC, I am not calling this dynasty dead. A matter of fact, I'm not even calling this dynasty collapsing. A matter of fact, I'm not even calling this dynasty on a decline. The Chiefs might be on the mend. They might take some hits, but they're not even close to crumbling. But what do you guys think? Is the Chiefs dynasty really starting to show cracks, or are people just desperate to see the chance fall? Comment down below. Let's see here. Geomex said the Kansas City Chiefs will be fine. Andy Reid is top dog. And guys, I have been to the Kansas City Chiefs training camp. I have been in St. Joe, Missouri. Beautiful Northwest Missouri State. Beautiful college. I should have went there. Nice Division II college. I was recruited there, but I was like, no, whatever. Dumb. My mistake. Andy Reid runs hard ass practices. They're hard. He's yelling at them. He is relentless. He demands perfection out of those players, and they know it. Andy Reid is a hell of a coach. Ron Green says the Cowboys ranked 31st in defense with Parkins. Maybe you're sleeping on what a joke they've become. I like to see those stats. Electro Restoration says, I think this is crap. They got maybe another year or so of the dynasty. Until Andy Reid retires, I think they're going to have a long, long time. Alpha Rob says, facts. It's all over. Ball not going to bounce their way this season. So let me ask you this, Alpha Rob. You are a Buffalo Bills fan. You seen the New England Patriots dynasty up close and personal, right? Just because you have one down year, you still make the playoffs, but you're like 9-8 and you get knocked out in the divisional round. Does that mean you're done? Because it is not like the Tom Brady and the Patriots made the Super Bowl every year. It's not like the Troy Aikman and the Dallas Cowboys made the Super Bowl every year. Joe Montana, the 49ers, did not make the Super Bowl every year. You can have a down year. You can just retool, reload, get that chip back on your shoulder, and then go to the moon. One bad year, one year with the ball doesn't bounce your way does not mean it's over. Come on now. Mellow Mike says, facts. The Texans beat the Chiefs week 13. Taylor Swift leaves Kelsey for his brother and becomes an Eagles fan. Brittany Mahomes goes Britney Spears and shaves her head and goes to mental in traffic. Mellow Mike has a script, Bryce. Mellow Mike has the scripts. If that happens, oh my God. Mellow Mike, we will forever bow down to you, brother. Alpha Rob says, and I want the Bills to put them to rest. Put the nail in the coffin. Alpha Rob, do you remember last playoff season when we talked about that triple threat triangle? Right. And I said, hey, I hope the Buffalo Bills beat the Baltimore Ravens because as a Kansas City Chiefs fan, I don't want to play the Ravens. Last season, I think the Ravens would have beat the Kansas City Chiefs. I think the Buffalo Bills beat the Ravens, and I think the Chiefs would have beat the Buffalo Bills, right? That perfect triangle, right? And that held true. For whatever reason, the Kansas City Chiefs is the kryptonite to the Buffalo Bills. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the head. I don't know if it's Patrick Mahomes. I don't know if it's Josh. I don't know what it is. But for whatever reason, the Buffalo Bills will not beat them for a very, very long time. Ron Green said the Chiefs are still elite until they're not. Kelsey is fading swiftly, though. I see what you did there. However, there's a tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs by the name of Noah Gray. He's been like the third fiddle type of guy the last couple seasons. Now he is a true number two. Blake Bell was it last season, but he is no longer on the team. Whatever, yada, yada, yada. Noah Gray. I want you guys to remember this name. Noah Gray. He is a Travis Kelce 2.0. He runs like him. He catches like him. And he has been training under Travis Kelce for the last 3 seasons. When Travis Kelce finally starts to decline, Noah Gray is going to come step right up. So guys, watch out for that, okay? You heard it here first, September 3rd, 10:30 East Coast time. Noah Gray. Know it, love it, learn it. Whoever cited that defense stats is telling the truth, man. the Cowboys defense really ranked 31st last season in overall defense or passing or rushing defense. Because tomorrow I will look at that and I will eat crow. 31st is, I don't know. We sucked last year and still have been a slow decline for the defensive stats over the years now. Yes, the defense has been pretty bad ever since Van Der Esch went retired. Right, been pretty bad. Mellow Mike says there's a reason your hat says conference champs, not Super Bowl champs, but the Eagles paid the refs more. Not wrong. Not wrong. Not wrong. Not wrong. But guys, it is time to end the show. It's been a wild ride. It's been a great ride. But before we wrap up today's days, guys, we've talked about the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys tomorrow. We've talked about the Kansas City Chiefs dynasty. We've been praising the Green Bay Packers. We've been talking a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But I want you guys to leave with my thoughts of the day. Because at the end of the day, football is just a game. Yeah, we love the drama. We love the rivalry, the wins and the losses. But what really matters is how we treat each other when the lights go off. Love and respect aren't just words. They are choices. They're about lifting people up instead of tearing them down. When we disagree, every single one of us has a battle nobody else can say. Let me repeat that. Every single one of us has a battle that nobody else can see. That's why love and respect are so powerful. They don't cost nothing, but they can change everything. Imagine if we carry the same energy we want from our team on Sundays into our daily lives. Support each other, respect each other, show love in moments when it's the hardest. Because at the end of the day, trophies get dusty, records get broken, but the way you treat people, that's your real legacy. So as we wrap up tonight, remember guys, spread love, show respect, and leave the world a little bit better than the way you found it. Until then, guys, we are out. See you tomorrow, 9 p.m. East Coast time. Later.
Hey, now it's time to take off. Gotta keep it live and raw. Better stay tuned in. Man, our NFL talk. I know that you're ready for more. They on the field, ready for war. Who's in the lead? I'm checking the score. We about to do it like never before. NFL live.